All right, it's the morning of the last day of the conference, October 27th, and I'm recording for a session that I attended yesterday. It's called An App in a Day, An App in a Day plus RPA with Microsoft Power Platform. So I don't use Microsoft, but I still wanted to attend this because I wanted to make sure to attend something that was really outside of my comfort zone, and RPA, robotic process automation, would definitely be that. I felt so the key phrase I have for this is it's planting a seed. I'm not going to be able to go build a robot after this, but I just want to keep exposing myself to this type of stuff because this is the most progressive stuff going on in accounting tech, and I know this is the direction that the successful people who want to be able to earn a really good living through being able to automate a lot of tasks. This is what they do. So for all you financial independence, retire early, fire people that are here that watch this, this is for sure for you, because this is how you will be able to build something that will lessen the burden of repetitive tasks. So top 3 things I learned. So Microsoft application. The Microsoft application is called Power Apps and Power Automate. That's what he taught. I'm not a Microsoft person. I think I have Word and Excel on my computer, and I use them, but I'm not using the whole suite of products. So I asked the guy about this after the fact, and he said that Zapier would be the tool that I would need to learn to kind of start playing in this. I have already started to learn it some, but it was good information for me that if you aren't going to be using the Microsoft Office suite of stuff, that there's alternatives for you. Second thing, so he demoed an app that he built. This was a very hands-on session, very technical. He was working on his computer while we were watching him. He demoed this app that he built. Simple little app. It was a manager needed to be able to approve an inventory order request from one of his warehouse guys. The warehouse guy was going to monitor whenever something the stock fell below a certain number, and then he's going to have a button on his phone that says reorder and the amount. The manager approves it, and then it gets a request sent to the purchase order division. Okay, I'll never build anything like that. That's not the kind of clients I serve. But the point is, very specific, but also a way to save a ton of time. I could see how this is a big pain point. The gentleman who taught the class said it took him 2 hours to build this, and it certainly wasn't anything fancy. So when you think about building an app, it wasn't pretty. He didn't pick colors. It was simple, and it got the job done. It had clear words chosen that someone could use, and that's to be freed by that, to know that you're not having to become this awesome user interface person. It got the job done. He said it took him 2 hours to build, and he spent about 45 minutes kind of demoing, going through it with us. And so I'm letting you know that to be prepared for hard work. This is, so if it took him, who's he was such an expert, oh my goodness, probably one of the top 2 teachers that I have sat in on. If it took him 2 hours, that means it's going to take someone like me 20, 30 hours probably to build the first time, but be prepared for hard work at the beginning to then save a ton of time in the end. And that's kind of what the bookkeeping side of this whole journey is all about. Work hard for the long-term payoff, and I try to reiterate that a lot. Third thing, so he worked for this company called Pax8, P-A-X, the number 8.com. Go see them because he was a great teacher. So as far as I can tell, it's a good company. I'm not promoting them by any means, but they have this 2-day boot camp. So if you go to pax8.com/events, because I asked him, my question was how do I learn this? Who's another instructor? Because I'm gonna have to watch this stuff 50 times before it sinks in. And he says that they do these 2-day boot camps that are free. So check that out. I learned that. So one action item I'm going to implement, it was taught by a man named Ben Eichholz, EICHHOLZ, and he says he would love to connect with those of us in the audience on LinkedIn, so I'm sharing his name with y'all. And I want to kind of figure out who he follows, who are these people who are doing these automations, and what kind of information and educational materials is he sharing. And so I'm going to also say one more action item. I'm going to set a goal for Zapier, that might sound really lame, but it's all I can do right now. So I don't want to say I'm going to do something that I know I'm not going to. But so at the beginning of this year, I set a goal to build one Zap, and I have done that. And I need to step it up. So I'm going to try to be more thoughtful and think about like how many more can I realistically do and in what time frame. All right, those are my takeaways. Ben Eichholz from pax8.com, excellent teacher. Definitely make sure you attend like a really progressive stretch session if you ever come to a conference.